Like, share, subscribe. Live for Love TV. Awesome!
Welcome back to Live for Love TV. Today's the 20th day of the 9th month of the 24th year inside the 21st century. Hope everyone's doing extremely well out there. Now, it's been a minute, as you know. I ain't spoken to you guys, so I hope everything's really doing well with everybody out there. Hope everyone's well, healthy, and being happy. Live for Love TV, by the way. So look at this. There's been so much happening that I haven't come to you about. I mean, there's been a second assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Interesting, but we're not going to talk about that. The great James Earl Jones, the actor, passed away. I think he was 93 years old recently. Not going to talk about that. We've had Frankie Beverly from Maze. He's passed out. Can't remember how old he was, but I think he was in his 70s if I remember correctly. He's passed out. We're not going to talk about that at the moment. But yes, we're going to talk about Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Brother Love, and we're not going to talk about it from the perspective of what everybody else is talking about it at, because there's a lot of people right now so happy to be kicking in the teeth of P. Diddy, even though these are people who probably like him and, you know, rated him and brought him up there. And I'm not one of those people going to kick his teeth in. I certainly would not join a gang like that to kick someone's teeth in for the reasons they're doing so. But check this. P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, is a symptom of what the problem actually is. People are talking about him as if he's the problem. Everyone's like, Puff Daddy's the problem. The feds have got him. Homeland Security raided him. And now all these charges are coming down the pike and people are sort of jumping on it, getting people talking it. Some people spreading out and running away like, you know, like little frightened little cowards now that he's been strung up. And there's others coming in, you know, with their bats and batons and their flashlights in his face and all that. We're not in any of those groups. We're not in any of those gangs. But P. Diddy, Puff Daddy is a symptom of a problem. And so he's a symptom, just like you have a sneeze is a symptom of a cold, or, you know, a cough is a symptom of a cold. Puff Daddy is a symptom of the problem. And the problem, as always, as I always say in Live to Love TV, is us. We are the problem, not Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy's only a symptom of the problem. We collectively are the problem. Because Puff Daddy for many years has been seen as a success story. And as Live for Love TV constantly drums on about, I don't know what was successful about him. If you glorify vanity and hype and, you know, and falsality and fakearity, if that's what you glorify, then of course he's successful. But I've never seen him or anybody like him as successful. Just never have. From when I was growing up in my neighborhood to now, when you're talking the whole world and people are saying these are the success stories. Elvis Presley was a success story. Michael Jackson was a success story. Bill Cosby, a success story. You can just go on and on and on. Who else? Will Smith, a success story. But look at these people. Just look at them. It takes something dramatic to happen in their life that people all of a sudden start to question whether they were ever a success story. Of course, they were never a success story. They're never success. I've said this before and I'll say it again. If your success is based on what other people think about you, then you're not a success in my eyes. And a person who is a success is a person who is internally successful. They've done the internal work so that when the outside world comes looking at you or coming to knock you or whatever, you're secure within yourself. That's the work you need to do to be a success story. None of these guys are success stories. And I've said this many, many times, that the reason I say we're us the problem is because our children, our friends, our family are going to be looking up to these people, and they're going to continuously be drawn in to this freak-off party world that he was in. This Epstein world, this Weinstein world, because they're looking for a success that is not really success. And these people know, they sit there watching you, looking for your 5 minutes of fame is what people are looking for. You know, Jimmy Savile, remember Jimmy Savile over in the UK? People are looking for Jim will fix it for you. Of course he'll fix it for you. That's what they do. And these guys are portrayed to us constantly as success stories. And until we understand what a true success is on this planet, on this earth, we're always going to have our people and our friends and our families caught up in their world. People trying to get there and get that fake success, these are the people that get bent over, abused, and run through, and later on come and tell us their stories. And we have to sit there and think, oh, I mean, they got videos on this guy, Puff Daddy, with all these freak-off parties. And even the people who are trying to defend him are saying, even his own lawyers and people are trying to defend him are saying, well, there was nothing illegal done in these freak-off parties. These were consulting adults. There was nothing illegal done. And this is the whole point, isn't it? It's the whole point. This successful man has all these kind of parties, and he claims, and his people claim, there's nothing illegal about it. It's just the way he likes to live. He likes to roll. That's the sign to me, as I said already. These kind of constant narcissistic need adulation from other people is the clear sign of somebody who's unsuccessful. Why do you need people to big you up all the time, to keep, light on you? And this is what Hollywood produces. This is what the sports stars produce. This is what they give us all day long until it all goes wrong. When it goes wrong, they try and throw somebody on the bus and say, well, he's the problem. No, Puff Daddy to me ain't no problem. He's just a symptom of a bigger problem called the world and the way we operate in this world. And I'm just saying to any of you younger people that are coming up, if you see this as your success story, and this is what you want, and you desire so much above everything, above your own soul, gain the world and lose your soul kind of thing, then this is what's going to happen to you. And so many people falling by the wayside long before this guy is ever getting strung up. And he's one of the people that make them fall by the wayside. That casting couch they talk about, these guys control the casting couch. Star your own movie, star your own show. That's what you're doing as a human being on this planet. You don't have to be on somebody's TV show to be successful. When people giving you that, so it always upsets me when you come from areas like I come from, and then somebody makes some money and people say, I came from nothing. What do you mean you came from nothing? What disrespect to your mother and your father. What disrespect to the community you came from. What disrespect to your brother, your brethren that came up with you, and your sisterins that came up with you, that you came from. None of us come from nothing. We all come from something. I don't care how poor you are. We all come from something, and we're all built by something. And don't believe that just because you've got some money, or you've got on TV, or you're on the wire, or you're on some program, that you've become, and they're saying, somebody is saying in quotes, you're successful. You're faking it. You're fooling yourself and faking it. Because what's going to happen is you're going to be in a room by yourself, in a hotel room by yourself, and you're going to have to pay for someone to stay in that room with you. That's how unsuccessful most of these people are. They have to put the money out. This is what this guy was doing all day long, flashing money for people to come around him. Flashing money, taking people out, talking about he's taking people shopping and all that kind of. So they're grown men he wants to take shopping. This is what they have to do. Nobody likes these people. They're unsuccessful. In reality, when you have to buy friends and beg friends, you're unsuccessful. That means nobody likes you. Do something about your character, and people will come around you, whether you're fat with money or you're just everyday person like anybody else. People will still be wanting to be around you. People still want to know what you're up to, what you're interested in, and interested in you. None of these people, I don't care who their name is and what they call themselves, and all these YouTube sensations you're seeing out there right now. You don't see me on YouTube that often because I don't need it. I'll come and say something if I have to say, and then I'm off again. I don't need it. If that's what success is, I don't need it. Success comes from inside of us. We are successful internally. When we go to bed at night, we have to be successful in order to be successful when we get up in the morning. We don't just get up in the morning and become successful. It doesn't work like that. You have to be successful before you go to your bed. And you have to have that success within you. Forget all of this stuff that they're giving you, and stop trying to throw this guy out there as if he's the worst thing since sliced, the worst thing out there that's ever happened, the worst thing out there. He's terrible. All these charges coming down, as if the people who are defending him are not any worse than him, as if the people who are around him are not any worse than him, as if the people who are in that same lifestyle that he's in are any worse than him. They're no worse than him. He's the one in the spotlight today. Well, when they're done with him, it'll be somebody else next week, and it'll continue and continue and continue. So if you really want to be successful, look for your internal success. That one will last you, if you're 10, 20, 30, 50, 60, 70, 110, you'll have that with you. It doesn't matter where they put you. If they even put you under the prison, you have that internal success. It's going to be with you till the day you die. Take care. See you soon. Live for Love TV.
Hiya! Kuya here. I'm watching Live for Love TV. Live for Love TV, very educative program. Please subscribe, like, and share. Bless up, Aya.